Perfect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
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 Can you hear me?
Oh, is it Friday yet?
It's the longest week ever.
Holiday weeks. Holiday weeks are the worst.
You know what? I feel even worse for the people who don't get to celebrate
Well,
it and have to work the whole time.
I'm bitching and complaining. I had a 3-day weekend. Today's Wednesday that we're recording.
I thought yesterday was Monday.
Oh, it's the worst.
Thought today was Thursday.
I
can't get it together.
I was seeing Shannon's Snapchats.
Yes.
At 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. She was getting ready for the holiday.
What are you doing?
She's like, morning, bitches. I'm like, oh, it's so early, girl.
That's not even early. That is still night.
Yeah, you're working nights right now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she's very busy with the holidays.
I hope you're raking in that money. You better ask your boss for a raise.
Yeah, she's the kind of manager that she has to get over there and make sure that everything's full before the store even opens, before the first customer walks in.
She's a good manager?
Yeah, she's definitely.
She's a good manager.
I also want to do a huge shout out to Marcella. Woo-hoo.
Oh, hey.
So we talk often on Snapchat, and then she passes me every morning when I'm running.
Oh, really?
So I hear a, Meredith, go Meredith.
I always want to root for the people that are running,
Yeah, and she does.
Then I'm like, am I going to be a weirdo if I do that? Like honk honk and like give them thumbs up. But then they'll probably think I'm like flipping them off or something. Go home and cry.
I listen to my crime podcast, so I was listening to Dateline today, and then I hear my name, and of course
Lord.
I jump a foot. I'm like, who's calling me? What's happening?
Yeah.
No. But anyway, so we just went to the Johnsburg food truck.
That was so good.
So good. If you haven't gone over there, please visit them. It's every Wednesday night from 4:30 to 7:30 or until they sell out. So today they had tacos.
They were so good.
And burgers and Kona Ice.
Yes.
So you got some tacos?
I had some tacos and I had some elotes.
Sadly, I was going to get a couple veggie burgers, but they were out. They had just regular burgers. So we got some cheese quesadillas.
Maybe it's time we start packing some beef in that tummy of yours.
Well, I don't know if I can handle it right now.
We wouldn't be able to be recording right now.
Up. My poor stomach's all messed up. But yeah, so funny.
That was good.
And I looked around and I noticed that everyone was dressed appropriately.
Yes.
Because I texted you and kind of shared out that we're going to talk about when did everyone start wearing pajamas
and I
in
feel
public?
like that was like I'm going to call them out. That was a Walmart thing for a long time. And now it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere. People be going. But okay, so do you count leggings as pajamas?
I don't. I don't. Although it looks like sometimes, and no offense to anyone that has animals, but sometimes leggings look like you've been wearing them for 3 days, so then I'm calling them pajamas. Because you can see the white dog fur on there. It's like, use a little lint roller before you leave.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guilty of it. I shed like a dog, so Steve's always picking hair off my sweater.
I'm sure I've brought so much hair from my dog over to your house.
I'm never allergic to your dogs.
No?
Like, how I'm always cautious. I'll play with them and then I go wash my hands. I play with them.
Yeah.
I think maybe only once I've gotten a fat lip.
And that was from Diesel.
Yeah,
because he had his own allergies. He
right. So
him
and I would share allergies. I'm sure after I left, he was like, get this bitch out of here. My skin's itchy.
It was all the cheese you were feeding him.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, you saw that, huh? Sorry about that.
Nikki's such a good boy. He's 76 pounds.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's only 7 months old.
I was thinking about how the other German Shepherd came to visit. And you said, let's get him in the house. And I went to go pull him in the house. He was like, absolutely not. The party's outside. And his collar came off.
Yeah.
So I grabbed him at the back and you were like, just open the door. And you like, booped him up the stairs. I'm like, oh, poor Nicky.
He's fine.
I know, but I felt bad. This is why I can't have animals. I feel sad.
I know. It's all right. Sometimes you have to parent them like a bad child.
Yeah. Or like a husband. I had to parent my husband today.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
We were talking about, so he is like the laundry police around here.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
I hate doing laundry. So at 5 o'clock after I logged out, I went and threw my sheets down in the washer. At 5:25.
You're doing your sheets at 5 o'clock at night. That is brave. Because I'd be getting into bed and going, oh, fuck, I have no sheets for the bed. They're still in the washer.
Yes, this is what's going to happen because they're probably still in the washer right now.
Oh, my God.
So he comes upstairs and you just got there at 5:25.
Yeah.
And he was like, whose stuff is in the washer? And I just stared at him like, dude, shush.
And what did I say? Johnny is officially retired tomorrow,
Oh, it's
right?
so amazing.
And this MFer is home Monday through Friday. And on Sunday, I go to do laundry. He's like, yeah, I probably got stuff in the washer and dryer. I'm like, really?
You have 5 days a week
You got
to do
5 days a
laundry?
week to do it. And then if I do choose to do it on a Tuesday, fuckers doing laundry. I'm like, why?
What's happening here?
What? Do you read my mind? Like, I bet Cass wants to do laundry today. I'm going to throw some in right now.
And then Steve wouldn't stop about it. He was like, yeah, you could keep stuff in there for 2 days. But no, I don't, because I hate the smell of it.
He's like, you and Julia both, man.
I looked.
It's like a 2-day project for you guys to do laundry. And I'm like, oh, okay, Steve, because you wear everything black. You have one load of black shirts and jeans.
Throw it all in there once.
Yeah.
That's it.
He wears
Once
probably
and done.
black underwear and black socks too, so that
He
way he
does.
does not have to separate anything. Yeah,
I got serious with him. I'm like, stop it.
it was funny.
I hate laundry. I just put it in at 5. Give it 26 minutes. That's how long it is.
And then we still didn't
I'm
change
super,
it when
super
he came
hot.
home.
No, we didn't. He actually, you know what's so funny? He probably did it for me.
You think so?
It's definitely done. The dryer's done.
the dryers.
Yeah, it's done already. He did it. He ran
He
downstairs
switched
to get his wallet. He switched it
That's
for
so
me.
funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, he's a laundry police.
Well,
he does
at
not like
least-
anything in the washer or
At least
anything.
your
in the
sheets will be done tonight.
I'm
You
not
can thank him
complaining
for it.
I'm not complaining at all. Just don't pick on me when I do it. So I did some research on pajamas in public. When did we
Speaking of
start?
bed sheets.
Yeah, speaking of bed sheets and doing laundry. The last article the earliest article I could find was about someone's blog talking about it in 2005. But when we were going
That's a long
to the
time ago.
Johnsburg food trucks, I said, I feel like it's even longer than that.
Yeah.
You know, Julia was born in 2000 and we were married in 2000. And I feel like there were people in pajamas before that.
I feel like I would go to Target, Walmart at 11 o'clock at night in my pajamas.
I have an itch.
You
Hold
got
on.
itchies?
Yeah, hold on. Try another tick.
Stop. You want me to look?
Sorry about that. I had an itch on my back. I had to borrow a corner of a wall.
It's ticks.
Say it again. What were you saying?
Ticks.
We did. Julia found one up in her sheets.
Sick.
Speaking of doing bed sheets, I just found one in my bathroom. But we're doing a lot of yard work, and I haven't sprayed because we have bats in the house, and they like to, not bats in the house, in the porch, and they like to eat bugs. So I definitely don't want to spray
Yeah.
for bugs until they're gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, so
Yeah, I feel like we used to take midnight trips in our PJs to the store.
you know, Black Fridays, I have pictures of the kids when they were young, 2001,
Yeah.
2002, and they were in their pajamas, and that's fun. We would have matching
Yeah.
PJs for Black Friday. But then Steve, when we were going to the food truck, he said, well, how about Hugh Hefner?
Hugh Hefner,
He is always
the original
worn, yeah,
PJ wearer.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was probably
In
forever.
His silk pajamas with a smoking jacket on.
Yeah. He always had the silk pants and stuff on. So I don't
He
know.
started a trend.
He started a trend, but we didn't keep it classy.
No.
We kept it
No.
with Lilo and Stitch, like those
Cookie
pajamas
Monster.
and Cookie Monsters.
I remember, I feel like I always got dressed for school, like sweatpants. Nowadays, kids wear sweatpants to school.
Yes.
And that's like the cool thing.
And tracksuits are back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bastards.
Love it. Love it.
But yeah, I feel like we definitely had the velour tracksuits back in the day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
with the
was-
stripes on the side.
Yes.
Yes.
That was like the cool thing to wear, but it was still an outfit. It wasn't pajamas. You didn't wear it to bed, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like
True.
we were wearing straight up muumuus to school. Like I see people wearing muumuus out in public.
Okay, so I was going to bring that up because back in the day,
Yeah.
air quotes, that's what they used to wear was like nightgowns
Yeah.
and muumuus.
Yeah.
And I have not seen that out. I was going to ask if you saw
I have.
that out.
Absolutely.
And then we got to the fun prints of
Yeah.
matching PJs and stuff like that.
You know, it's fun now that it's summer here in the Midwest and people have very interesting outfits.
Yeah.
Like winter, I feel like everybody's bundled up and you can't really tell what they're wearing anyways. But
Yeah.
summer, they wear these dresses that are, in my opinion, too short.
Yeah.
Like you stop it. And then I'm not going to talk shit about pedicures because I have not gotten one yet this summer. But
You know a girl too.
you know, yeah, I
We just
mean,
got ours last week.
I
so.
trimmed them up and
Yeah,
I gave
yes.
myself a little
Yes, you do.
took the cheese grater to my
Yeah,
own heels,
yeah.
you know, let them soak in the bath for a
Mhm.
little bit.
Mm-hmm. So I was gonna.
Are you thinking about
No,
French bread
Julie
heels?
and I had a conversation a couple nights ago. I don't even know how it started, but we talked about sleeping in the nude. No one does, just so you know. I'm just going to say
I know
that.
a lot of people that do.
So no one does that
In
we
your
talked
house?
about.
Yeah.
And I remember reading an article that said, in your sleep, you toot, you fart.
Oh, yeah.
And every time you fart, very small particles from your
Sick.
from your like poop
You
little
poo.
particles
You poo
come
it.
out. So if you're sleeping naked, you're kind of like shit in the bed, basically.
I shit the bed. Oh my God.
And
that's
somehow
so
then we
funny.
got onto the whole pajama thing.
Yeah.
Like, people do wear the muumuus or the nightgowns and
Yeah.
the pajamas. And then that's how I got the idea of when did we start wearing pajamas in stores? I don't know.
People have.
How do you feel about it? Like if it's clean, cute pajamas in stores and they're just running in and out. I've seen the women with like a cartload. Like this is their normal look.
Yeah.
And I say women because I've only seen women, but I'm sure men.
I've seen dudes.
And
I've seen
others do
dudes
it.
with.
Yeah.
In fact, my husband, I bought him that 2-pack of shorts from Aldi one time. And I was like, cool, he can wear these to bed because he's an underwear sleeper. Like he just wears underwear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these are like shorter shorts that like he can wear to bed. That motherfucker be wearing them out at the store. I'm like, that is not what I bought those for. Not at all. You better hope that button don't fall off the front.
So supposedly PJs were worn and originated in India. The word pajama in Hindu actually means, so it's pa, like P-A-E, and then jama, J-A-M-A.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah, like pay Jamie.
Jama.
Or
Hey,
pie
Jamie.
Jamie, yeah.
Hey, Jamie.
Which is
Job.
translated as garment for the legs.
Huh.
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Because my friend's
it dates
mom.
back to the 13th century.
My friend's mom always said you have to sleep with nothing on your bottoms to air everything out down there.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I totally get it.
Should
But then
let
you
it
read
be
other
free.
articles about,
Shit in the bed.
Yeah, doing some
Yeah.
toots, and then you're in trouble. And then Coco Chanel introduced lounging pajamas in the 20s,
Ooh.
which actually revolutionized pajamas for women.
I feel like, probably back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, women, you see it in the movies. They had pretty fancy pajamas, right?
Yes.
But they
Usually
would,
silk, right?
yeah. They would always have like a house coat, and they would never dare answer the door and let anybody besides their husband see them in
Yes.
their house
Just
coat and pajamas.
yes.
Yeah.
So before we met, there was a couple years where I was home with the kids. We had a
Yeah.
lot of doctor's appointments. So it was easier to stay home and worry about that while they were going through whatever they were going through. And I decided to refurnish furniture. So somehow a woman just like at a town over found me. I think it was actually, we were having a garage sale. And she said, did you do all these chairs? My thing was for like a whole year is I would grab chairs from the side of the road and I would repaint them. All my neighbors bought them, bright yellow, red, fun stuff. I would sand them down. It was really neat. We just had a good time selling them. And people would pay money for them. Some of them we would leave natural if we knew that they were like from the 40s, 30s. We found all these neat chairs. So she came to me and she said, I have some tables that are, great grandma had them. Will you redo them for me? Will you refinish them for me? I said, sure. Steve had a truck. I'd go pick it up. And that's how she would answer the door. She was
her
an Italian,
house
100% Italian. And she would wear pajamas all the time, these silk. I'm sure they were from Italy.
Yeah.
They were very fancy ones that I have never seen here in any of these stores. And a house coat. And that is how she...
Did she have her hair in rollers?
She had her hair in rollers in the morning. Just the top and the sides. But the back was like already kind of curly. Like maybe she lost the curl on top. And then by the afternoon or that following day afternoon, if I brought something back, full makeup, all the hair, but still the pajamas and the house coat. And a very, very heavy smoker. I remember when I would redo her tables, the first day would just be sanding yellow, like a yellow foam. That's all it would be. Yellow foam. And so I told her, I said, it's going to take me a couple extra days because of the smoke that's on there. She was like, really? Like she couldn't even remember how the wood looked so many years ago because it had been, in her house for so long.
Yeah.
So it was a very interesting job. And I mean, she kept me busy for 2 summers. Actually, even in the winter, she would all of a sudden, she would just call or text me and send me a picture. And she'd be like, I'd like this done. I'd like this done. I'd like this done. And then I got the job where we met and then I couldn't do it anymore because I got too busy. But
That's
it was really
crazy.
neat. Yeah, she was a really nice lady.
That is crazy when you move a picture on the wall and you're like, oh, wow.
Yep.
This used to be a different color over here.
Well, and there would be a couple pieces that I would bring back and she'd be like, oh my gosh, that's how light this wood is.
That's
like she would
crazy.
just be, and then a couple times, Steve looks Italian. He's half Italian. And she would speak to him in Italian and he kind of would know some of the words. And then she'd be like, you know what, by the way, while you're here, this light bulb needs to be changed. And then it was like,
hello, sir.
Since I have some guests, how about you do a few of these things for me?
That's so funny.
Yeah. And then she had a daughter that would come over and, oh, my daughter said that there was one little corner of this little piece that, you didn't finish and I'd have to bring the whole piece back.
Oh my
and these
God.
pieces were heavy.
I'd be like, tell your daughter to finish it herself. Our deal is done.
Yeah. And anything, she goes, how much? And I would just like come up with, okay, $100 a day or whatever for each piece. However I did it back then. I can't remember. Every single time. Okay. No problem. It was no problem.
Oh my God. Talking about old ladies driving around. I just pull up to the store today and I'm like, all right, finish my smoke. Check. Okay. I got 4 emails while I was driving, So I'm sitting there and, the stores I work at, they don't have the regular cart corrals that are just like the metal bars. They're cement and in metal, they're little huts, This old lady came cruising into the parking spot and that's all I heard. And I was like, holy shit.
Oh, no.
And I look up and she's looking right at me like, ugh, I just hit that. This lady could barely walk. I felt so bad. But should she be driving?
No. Not at all.
She parked right next to the cart corral. She barely made it to the cart corral and got a cart. And then she's just kind of peeking over at her car like, meh, I can't see it from here. The husband probably won't notice.
No dog this time?
No dog this time. I felt so bad for that dog in the back seat, which was like, get me out of here.
Speaking of Marcella, she sent us a snap and she said, find out where she was and what lady it was because something similar happened to her. Oh my gosh.
That's so funny. That poor dog.
So did you know that in the 1950s, there was something called drop seat design, which is like a flapjack?
Get out.
So, they make them cute now, but they were actually to stay warm and when you would pee. So there would be a panel across your butt with the 2 buttons so that you could just lower the panel and use the bathroom.
And take a poop.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then guys would have the slit in the front. So that was, now they make them cute, but in the 50s, they actually were used for that. They're called drop seat pajamas.
Pooping in your PJs.
Yeah, this is better than in your sheets.
Yeah, I'd rather shit my PJs than my sheets, I guess.
I guess sleepwear has made a fashion statement since the 1900s, it says. It's been fashionable since, like to sleep, which makes sense because back then, it was all about looking good for your spouse.
Yeah.
Probably more so women to look good for their men, right?
Yeah.
They always show that in some of the shows, right? The 1950s shows or whatever, that it was all about.
I think
make
that
sure
was
that
a popular,
the kids are clean and make sure you're ready for them to be home and let them rest for a little bit.
That's when they would tell you to put Clorox bleach up your vagina too, though. So.
Oh God, that's so wrong.
Yeah,
that's not great. That's
do that.
That's not great. So it doesn't tell us what year this started, but how about the matching pajamas that everyone has in all their Christmas pictures, holiday pictures, winter pictures, whatever.
Hey, what about
the
trend now where the ladies buy all the guys the same shirt and they show up to dinner all wearing the same shirt?
Okay, that is hilarious. Did you see the one that they all showed up to the graduation?
No.
And there were hundreds of them in blue checkered shirts.
Oh my
They'd walk in, they're looking around and like almost everybody had the same shirt on.
They started an email thread with that one.
Oh gosh,
that is
great.
So funny.
That's so great.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. I can't remember because that really got me laughing, the graduation. Oh, did you see the TikTok trend where they showed you the correct way to tie your bathrobe?
No.
Oh. Hold on, I have to find it.
There's a proper way?
Hold, please.
I've been doing it wrong this whole time?
Yes, we have all been doing it wrong.
So those that are taller, so I'm almost 5'8". I have a question for those that buy robes. So people have tried to buy me robes forever. And my sister-in-law bought me a super cute pink one and it barely covers my butt.
Well, did Bessie get us those tie-dye robes?
Okay, yeah, that's the same.
Okay.
It like basically cuts me at the hips.
Yeah. So I always like put that over my pajamas. Like I have a t-shirt and pants on, and I'll wear that when it's like a little extra chilly.
So it has nothing to do with being tall. They're just short.
They're
Robes
short.
are just short.
Well, but I'm fatter around the mid than you are.
It.
So that takes up more,
I'm like, do I have a long torso? What's happening here?
Okay, so look at this. So everybody I know, you put the tie right around your waist and you tie it in the front.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what they're saying is you take the tie and you put it across the front too. Right?
Yes. Okay. So that it's flat up against your waist in the front. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So you put the left side into the left loop, the right side into the right loop, and then you close your robe, and then you pull those tight.
So there's nothing in the back.
There's nothing in the back.
Oh, that would be nice. That's nice. And that's like the proper way, or is that just the new
that's
2023 way?
How to properly tie your robe. Look here's a little shimmy one like you got.
Yeah. Okay. And it's like through the whole. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, because see, those ones have the tie on the inside.
They have
too.
a hole on the right side. Interesting. So we'll be seeing those at the stores as well now. So we were seeing like matching pajama bottoms. Now we're going to see robes tied. Yep.
Yeah,
have you ever ran into a store, no makeup, barely even looked in the mirror? You're like, shoot, I just got to go get a gallon of milk.
Never.
And you run into 17 people that you know.
Every time I don't have makeup on.
Why is that?
If I get dressed up and I'm ready to go for the day, I'll see 3 people. If I look like absolute shit and haven't painted my toenails in 3 months and I'm wearing flip-flops because it's the first nice day out and my hair's not washed and my makeup is still on from last night, but I thought I could wear my sunglasses the whole time in the store, but I can't. Then I'll see 18 people.
And when they walk up, do they immediately look down at your toes and they judge?
Yes. They're like, wow, hey, Cass. Wow, you look good. Stop lying.
Another thing that I had on the list to talk about is advantages and disadvantages of self-checkouts, comparing it to cashier lanes.
I struggle with that a lot because I like self-checkout. We've talked about it 100 times. I like bagging my own groceries.
Yes.
I like doing it the way I like to do it. But lately I've been finding myself like, nope, I'm not using it because the stores refuse to open any lanes.
Oh.
And it's like when you have a couple $100 worth of shit, I'm not going through self-checkout for that.
Yeah.
I did the other day. Fucking holiday weekend. I'm sorry. It's holiday weekend. They have one lane open.
Oh, no.
And the store I shop at a lot has shop and scan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't start using it in the beginning, and I had a lot of stuff, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I went into fashions, and I started scanning all my crap. And,
Yep.
Of course, the lady had to come over and scan like 8 items because probably LP was like, what is this bitch doing in fashions? Scanning all of her stuff. Sure. I was like,
you're one person they don't have to worry about.
I even because I was scanning it and like throwing it up by my purse, and then when I was bagging it, I found like I buy those not the Baby Bell cheese, but the ones that are in the triangles.
Oh yeah. I
can't remember. Laughing Cow.
Yes.
And I found it, and I was like, shit, did I pay for this? I looked at my receipt, and I was like, yep, all right, good, I'm out of here.
Good.
Because guess what? If I didn't pay for it, it was staying at the store.
So I'm seeing that some stores have just the smaller little stands, kiosks, whatever you want to call them, for self-checkout, basically 12 items or less. But then they're
bringing back the belted
like
ones.
they're having re-grand openings and stuff at a lot of these stores in other divisions, other states, not here in Illinois for those that listen, where there's belts.
Yeah.
And then so I think it reminds me of a store that has done this for years, but now I can't think of it right now.
Well, we had them for a long time at the store that we met at.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking
We had
of.
them for a long time, and there was a lot of theft through there, and the company decided to get rid of them.
That's right.
And put in regular check lanes. Yeah. Then COVID hit, and now all these stores are starting to put those belted check lanes back in again.
Yes, that's right. That's why I'm remembering it. It was there.
And now, finally, I shouldn't say finally, like, I feel like we're at the ultimate end here. Aldi has self-checkout now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So talk about less and less employees, right?
Right.
Because there's like
even
5
Aldi,
employees at Aldi.
I was going to say full-time all week long. They only have
Yeah.
5. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. They're bringing back the belted, and I think about it. I'm like, is it because they're bragging so much about making record profits? And they're like, yeah, we don't have to pay people. And who cares if people steal?
Oh, no.
We still make trillions of dollars.
I'm sure they have loss prevention at their
I'm sure
stores
they do,
too,
but
right? It's probably one of the 5 employees that's stocking
Yes.
cheese and
Yes.
produce.
Yes.
So I was thinking that the advantages would be like, first, if you just like to talk to somebody, like sometimes I just like to if I have a few things like, oh, this is going to be 2 orders, or this is like, if there's a markdown or something, I would rather just have someone deal with it.
I'm thinking I don't want to talk to people that bad.
Sorry. I like to talk to people, I guess.
Sorry.
I'm goofy that way.
You know what? That's the difference between our jobs, though. I'm in the store all week.
True. You
got to go out and find content. The content just comes to me.
Yes, this is very true, which is probably why I do that.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, if I only have 12 items or less, I definitely do my own thing.
Yeah.
We immediately, if I'm with Steve or Julia or whatever, or a friend, we immediately just walk to the self-checkout with handfuls of stuff. It's just, but... and if I have water on the bottom of the cart, but they've actually made the self-checkouts easier. Some of them have the handles.
I love Woodman's for that.
I mean, even Home Depot has it.
Yeah.
So that you could do self-checkout and they has the scanner.
I feel like Home Depot would be dumb if they didn't have that because they have so many like large items.
Oh, yeah, like
items.
all the wood on the bottom of your cart and stuff. So really, there's advantages and disadvantages to both.
Yeah.
I would say the only disadvantage at the self-checkout is if you have a red light blinking, like because something isn't going and the person next to you does.
Yes.
And the cashiers that are supposed to be helping you are talking to each other.
At the service desk, a quarter mile away.
And so you're kind of waving and then they kind of like roll their eyes like, oh my God, I got to go help
Let me go
person.
help these idiots that don't know how to use the self-checkout.
And it's because you're scanning liquor and they need to check you out because you have to be over 21.
You jerks. We know how to use it.
I mean, I would scan my old employee ID, but I don't think it works anymore.
Dang, I haven't tried.
Do you even remember it?
You know what? Before I left, they put it together with the loyalty program.
Oh.
So as soon as you quit, they were like, boom, cut off.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I still had a 401k there, so I was still getting a discount on GM and different things during the holidays for a few years because I was still technically an employee. Because I
still have a 401k there.
You should get some kind of discount.
I get no discount.
Well, maybe it was a glitch and then I was the one that they found out with.
Good job, bitch. You ruined it for
6
all
years
of
ago.
us.
The first year, I remember, so I left in February, and that winter I was like, oh, what is this? Oh, what? And it was like 10% employee discount for the branded products. I'm like,
I always want to be like, hey guys, give me your employee discount. What the fuck? But like, you will get fired in an instant there. Yeah.
Speaking of coupons, it's kind of a pain in the butt in the self checkout too, because you're like, sometimes it doesn't read it.
Yes. And God forbid you have like a free item coupon. Oh no.
Oh, forget it.
You ain't getting out without.
You got to go call them
that.
over from the service desk or in GM where they're talking to somebody else and call them back over. So I'll tell everyone a secret. If you have a coupon and you scan it and you put it in the slot and it's just not reading it, blow into the slot.
Okay.
Because we're going to spread COVID again. I'm so sorry. But just kind of do a into it and somehow the coupon goes down in and then it's like ding, 50 cents off, 75 cents off. Try it.
It's got to get past that sensor.
We're going to go past all the self-checkouts and everyone's going to be blowing into the machine. Oh
Lord. Just like your old Nintendo games, guys.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. That's all I got. That's it. Stop wearing PJs to the store, all right?
Only if they're Cookie Monster.
Only if you look like Hugh Hefner. But better looking.
Keep it classy.
Only if they're Cookie Monster.
Wear your feathered little kitty heels with your silk pajamas and your smoking jacket.
Me? Okay, so it's cute in July, but in June when you're walking through and someone's wearing elf pajamas, stop it. We know those are Christmas.
And they're all like muddy on the bottom.
Oh God, they're
from
faded.
all winter.
And then like sometimes because they're too long for you got the holes behind the heels. Stop it. Just put on your spandex that you've been wearing for 3 days with the dog hair on it and a long t-shirt. Enough with the pajamas.
Meredith, stop. We're awful. Sorry, guys.
Yes, I apologize.
Carry on with your
Don't
pajama
come at me.
wearing.
Fight me, bro. All right, we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Fight me, bro. I'll knock you down in them Cookie Monster pajamas. And your Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh, God. This podcast is brought to you by NameTag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.